In this video, I will show you how to use GitHub Personal Access Token to push the files from Google Colab to GitHub repository. We will also see how you can pull the changes made in GitHub to Colab. To do this, we will follow these simple steps. The first step is to generate personal access token at GitHub. Go to github.com, sign in. If you are using GitHub first time, you need to sign up first, enter a valid email and create password and enter available username. Your sign up will complete. Let's sign in. This is GitHub dashboard. To generate personal access token, click on profile picture, click settings, go down, click developer settings, click personal access tokens, then tokens classic. We have not created any personal access token yet. Go to generate new token, choose for classic one. Write a note, what's this token for? Set expiration. You can choose custom date also. Let's set it for tomorrow. Select scopes. It's very important. It will give you access to read, write, commit the changes in the repository from remote. You can check the other scopes as well. Go down and generate token. Here our token is generated. Copy and save it a secure place because you will not be able to see this token again. Let's copy the token and paste here. We have saved our token in a variable named token. Run this, shift enter. So far now we have generated our personal access token. We completed our first step. The next step is to add user email and username to the config. For this we will use git config dash global user.email and your user email that you have used on GitHub account. And for the username we use git config global user.name and your username. It may be same as your GitHub username or your personal name. Run this cell, shift enter. You can check all Git configuration settings using git config list command. Run this, shift enter. You see here user email is this and username is this and other configurations. Now the next step is to clone the GitHub repository. Store your username and repository name in the variable username and repo. This is our repository name. We have our token in this variable, token variable, username, GitHub username and repository repo in the repository variable. We will use git clone command to clone the repository to Google Colab. So this is our command git clone https. Then we will use token @github.com slash your username and then your repository name. You can check what is your repository name on your GitHub account. So here we have, you can go for repositories, your repositories. We are using this demo binary repository. If you don't have any repository, you can create new repository. You give your repository name, some description, public or private, generally make it public. You can add a readme file and then finally create a repository and then commit. We will be using demo binary repository. Let's check how many files we have. We have these files, Python files, some txt file. Okay, let's run this cell. Now let's clone the repository. So first check that we have sample data, a folder name sample data. When we clone the repository, here one folder with the same name as our repository will be created. So our repository name is demo binary. So here one folder with the name demo binary will be created. So let's check this one. Run this. Here, see here, demo binary is created and check that. See, all the files are cloned here. Now let's change our present working directory to our repository. So just check what is our present working directory. The present working directory is our content. So these two folders, demo binary and sample data, are within content. So now from content we have to move to our demo binary within this folder. So what we will do, we will use cd repository name. Run this. Now we are inside our demo binary. Now we are here. Now the next step is to make some changes and add them to commit stack. This is our main goal here. We can create new files also. We can make modifications. We can modify the existing files also. So we will take two examples, one for creating new file and other for modifying the existing file. Before that, we can check using ls what are the different files we have. So we have all these files, whatever the files listed here. Let's modify a file, my file. Double click here. You can add some new comments or some new code. This line is added from Colab. Save this, Control S. Let's create a new file. We will give that a name like collab.htm. You can create different types of the file. We are creating an HTML file. So let's have some code here. So it's a HTML file. So this HTML hello world from Google Colab. So we are saving it. Control S. Up to now we have created a new file and modified an existing file. Let's check the status. So using git status. See here, changes.stage for commit. So one file that is modified, that is our file, that is my file.py file, and one untracked file, that is colab.htm. Now we have to add these files to commit stack. So for this we can use git add command. So to add all files we can use git add -a, and to add a specific file we can use git add and that is specific file name. So suppose that we are going to add to commit stack this colab.htm. So what we'll do, git add colab.htm, run this one and just check that what is the status now. So see here, new file, changes to be committed, new file is this one, and changes not stage for commit, that is modified file, that is modified file. So this modified file we have not yet added to the stack to commit. So let's add this file also, git add my file, and now let's check what is the status. So now we have added these two files to commit stack. Now our next and the main step is to commit these changes. Now we have to save our changes. So for this thing we can use git commit command -a for all the changes at one go, and we can use also git commit file name for the specific file at one time. So we are going one by one. So we are going to commit colab.htm. So what we will use, git commit colab.htm and then -m. This is for a specific message that you are writing while committing. So we are writing a message commit from Google Colab with new file because this colab.htm is a new file. So just run this one. Now we have to commit myfile.py also. So git commit myfile.py. The message is same but with modified file because my file we have modified it. Now we have saved our files. We made commit command, but you can see here the changes are not reflecting here. We don't have colab.htm and we also don't have the whatever we have added, the new lines. So what we will do now, our final step is to push these changes to GitHub. For this we will use git push command. So the git push origin, and this is our branch name. You can check here what is your branch. Here is our branch. This is main. Maybe your branch may be master. Our branch is main. So you have to write the branch name. Run this one. Well done. We have pushed all the changes to GitHub. Let's now check. Refresh it. Yes, in the myfile.py, this is added from Google Colab. This line is reflecting here, and we have also colab.htm in this hello world from the Google Colab. Let's check demo binary. So here you can see commit from Google Colab with new file, and this is our commit message, commit from Google Colab with modified file. These two commit messages we have written. This way we have pushed all the changes from Colab to GitHub. You can also pull the changes from GitHub to Colab. Make some changes in any file. Let's modify mytext.txt file. Now to pull the changes from GitHub, we use git pull origin main, similar to push command. Run this cell. Yes. Check if the changes are reflecting here or not. What you see, one file changed, that is mytext.txt, one insertion and 3 deletion. So let's check it. I have deleted all the content. Yes, this is reflecting. So finally, we have pushed the changes from Google Colab to GitHub repository using personal access token. And also we pull the changes from GitHub to Colab.